I just did part of a reading that was supposed to be the second portion of the first part of the reading, and it wasn't even recording. So don't even worry about it. These are the two cards that had come out. I will put it back and redo the work. Same difference. Same message will come out. That's the thing about tarot, that if you're a tarot card reader, if you've ever watched tarot, the message doesn't change because the energy doesn't change. People and energies change when they want to. You can interrupt someone's train of thought, but it doesn't change their brain just because you interrupted them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're not changing their brain chemistry by interrupting them. That's just really important to understand when we're like talking about pressing play or putting pause, or yeah, there's making a choice right there. You have two ways to go. A third way that led you there, to this precipice. That's 1, 2, and 3 paths that you could go ahead and choose. And keep moving forward, go back where you came from, or you can choose to, full steam ahead. Here we are. So this is number 1, the Bone Collectors, and this is number 39, Protecting Treasure. That's what I mean here. People who want to interrupt you with their energy or their energetic signature, don't be afraid of that. Okay? People are going to want to interrupt you. It's the way that it is. I don't know why. It's kind of like if you've ever seen that movie Rupture, where the woman is basically kidnapped and then put through torture so that her brain will literally work so hard that she ruptures, or her personality splits or breaks apart into pieces. That's kind of what this is. Bones are dead. Bones are dead things. It's like beating a dead horse. You can beat the horse. It's not going to change the fact that it's dead. It isn't really protecting anybody to do that. You can beat the horse, not going to change the fact that it's dead. If you want to see this from a different perspective, you can look at it like, if I wasn't trying to dig through someone else's bones, like their lovely bones, or like their dirty laundry, or whatever, then I would be able to protect my own self and my own treasure. Then I would be able to protect my own self and my own treasure. That's the way this goes. You have to make a choice about which way you're going to see these. These are the two options that you're walking towards. That one or that one. In all reality, in time and space, if we were floating out in outer space, right? This way would be the same direction as this way, because you wouldn't know which way is up. You wouldn't know which way was down either. So it's an important decision to make. And I feel like it's going to be different for everybody. It's just about not, look, it doesn't fall on deaf ears that this looks like a lot like it's a treasure chest. Yes, it is. But I'm just saying, if this was like a casket and someone was digging for like bones, exhumed a body, right? Isn't what is her name? Exhumare. That's a goddess. She's kind of like Kali, the goddess of death. It's exhuming something. It's digging in the like getting your hands dirty, trying to get dirt on somebody. Okay? That is not protection. Let's be real clear about that part. I want to show you what protection is, because that's the point of this choice. I've already shown you how you can just go ahead and, flip-flop your way straight into a different situation. Or, right. See how these two are coming together? See how these two giraffe necks and this one straight path forward is exactly the opposite of that? If I was to turn these guys upside down, it would look like the road to a tuning pitchfork. I don't know why that image of the farmers, where there's the farmer and his wife are standing there with the pitchfork, and she's like all dressed. Then they're both very stern. I don't know why that picture just popped in my mind, but this is what it is. If you were to put both of these cards together, you would have 6 points of interest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 3 in each hand. It isn't a matter of which way the card falls, which is why I always kind of say, right now it might be in reverse because it hasn't happened. Maybe the energy for yourself hasn't shifted, because energy does shift. It doesn't change. It doesn't change any more than your fingerprints do. Like I was saying, people get older, they might go through things that make them feel jaded in life, or, stunt their growth in some way. I don't know. It doesn't mean that's not their path. So who are we to tell them what to do about it? They could probably tell you what they need more than you could just dig through their dirt and make your own assumption about what that is. It's glass half full, glass half empty. Half full, half empty. I'm sorry. I was trying to, yeah. Same thing here. You can look at it like this: half empty, half full. Okay? That's exactly what I was trying to demonstrate. If you want to win, this is number 1, then let your treasure leave you some type of dream catcher. Something that's a sacred, hallowed ground that has not been stomped on. Let it leave you a sanctuary for your heart, your mind, your spirit. I don't know if that's maybe not been taken into account when thinking about physical, emotional, and psychological / spirit guidance. But this is what it is. These are the 4 corners. It's the bone collector that's supposed to be protecting this treasure. Supposed to be. Making the choice to come together. Let me get some from here since it wanted to show its face. Yep, there's the void. What did I just say? This is the space. If we were the Anasazi and we were going to disappear somewhere, the currency would be null and void if you tried to interrupt it. Because of the sheer, cliff face. You would have to climb that whole thing, up or down. It doesn't really matter, like we were saying, in space especially, to get to them. To wedge yourself into the side of the cliff face. That's what this is. These are the footholds to get there. Or you can climb your way up from the bottom of the gulch or the gorge, right? Up to the doorways. The curious thing to me about this and about tomb raiders in general, do you think that raiding somebody's tomb is offending the person that's still alive or the person that's already deceased? Who do you think you're disturbing more? I mean, it's a question I'm asking because I don't understand. Look, there's a talisman, which is what first came out of this deck in that first reading. I just said I was going to read you the whole reading. There's a talisman again. That's exactly what I was talking about. You can interrupt somebody from going in their house. Like you catch them right outside the door and have a whole long conversation. It could be great. It doesn't mean they don't have the keys to their own house. Is the key before, like, is the key to protect yourself before death or after death? Or before you're even born? Because that's a lot of space. That's four corners. So there's still one more door there that's not actually been explained, and I'm not going to be the one to tell you. I bid you well, though. I'm going to leave that. The key is the space that one holds for themselves, not the input that other people throw at you. Even if you were to just allow someone to sit there and, like, you know, bully you or kick you while you're down or like whatever, it doesn't mean that they won. It means they have no self-control, right? Protecting yourself from people who are either physically trying to intimidate you, follow you, threaten you, stand on your hollow ground. That's a different type of a spiritual incursion. Yeah, that's vulture-like behavior. And they're scavengers, like the catfish of the sky. If you've ever seen that show Catfished with Cammy and Nev, maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. These two could both live in the same atmosphere. There are ocean turtles and there's also pond turtles. There are ocean fish and also pond fish. In this specific case, they aren't really coexisting that well. This one has a shell. This one has a shell covering its head at all times. This fish is trying to jump over the moon, having kind of a difficult time doing so. Okay. That one goes there. This one goes here. Let me get two more for the other corners 3 and 4. 3 is the dragon. This is coming out on top of 30. That's the third option. This is the layout. This is the layout. You got the turtle with bone collector upright. You have the fish, which was actually in reverse, excuse me. So the fish and protecting treasure. Then now we've just gotten the dragon making choices. And then we're going to get one for coming together. The vulture here is on top of the void. Now let that homeward bound information hit home. Because if you're void on the inside, then you'll just get picked over. You'll just get picked over. That's it. Talk about a pick me. No, people can't pick you when you already like made space in yourself for yourself to reside. Like how can you pick apart someone's spirit if you can't touch it? There's a nightingale. Bottom of the deck. I don't know. I'm just gonna shuffle this because I wasn't paying attention. Okay. There's the sea serpent. We now have two eyes watching this happen. The dragon making choices is something that people will always be jealous of because they can't come together this way. We may never find out where the Anasazi disappeared to. Anasazi. You either make a space in your own self that you have a key to, like a biometric imprint. You know, in sci-fi movies when they do like a retinal scan, is it so sci-fi or does that happen at the DMV? Hmm. Who knows? Um, hmm I think that's basically it. I don't want to make this longer than 20 minutes. We're at 17:05, 06, 17:07. My see you next time. Yeah, well, I didn't mean bye as in see you next time to be snarky. I was just saying this is the bottom of the deck. You can move and flip them keys however you want to, as long as you know where your home is at. Okay. Yeah, okay.